32 Ray amplifiers out of one single chest. This place is insane. Today, we're jumping back into Dune Awakening because I wanted to break down how you guys can hit up one single area and walk out of it with over 30 Ray amplifiers. These are required to craft so many things inside of this game that are incredibly important. And if you're like me, chances are you've been searching inside of these mineral extraction facilities for them because it is labeled right there that this is where you want to go to look for Ray amplifiers. And if you do it this way, you'll find them, but you find them in such little quantities, and it is so rare that this is almost a painstaking process. But like I said, there is one single point of interest inside of Dune Awakening that you can hit up and walk out with over 30 Ray amplifiers. I'm going to show you where it's at on the map, and then I'll do a little bit of a walkthrough hitting up all of the chests so we can all take a mental note of where they're at to maximize our Ray amplifier gains here. Realistically, you should only have to hit this, 3 or 4 times to have plenty enough Ray amplifiers to last you a while. But let's go ahead and get on into it here. We're going to be going to the stairway. You can see here that Ray amplifier is actually marked on this, but I'm actually not entirely sure if this has been here the entire time. They just dropped a patch this morning, and I'm almost positive when I hit up this spot last night, this was not on the thing when you hovered over it. But regardless, there is a ridiculous amount of these Ray amplifiers here. It's definitely an insane spot to hit up. So we're going to do a quick run through of it. But for all intents and purposes, you're going to want to make your way over to the staircase. If that's all the information you needed, head on out of here. Hit that like button on your way out. Helps the video push into the algorithm. But let's go ahead and do a quick run through here so we can show off where each and every single chest is at. All right, so here we are. As you can see, this is just a big rock sticking out of the ground. This is essentially just a big staircase here, hence the name, the stairway. The chests that you're going to want to be looking for are like this, and right at the very top here, I'm only seeing this one that's kind of right next to this stairwell here. These do kind of blend in as well, so definitely keep your eye out. Maybe circle the area once or twice. But there are actually a lot of these chests inside of this area, so even if you miss a couple, you should have no problem walking out here with a ridiculous amount of Ray amplifiers. This is a little bit RNG dependent. You saw on the first chest, we got 6. And then right here on the second chest here in this room, we got 8. And I've seen as much as 12 Ray amplifiers come out of one chest. And I've searched all 4 complexes before and gotten like a total of 4 Ray amplifiers. So if this is a material that you're struggling to keep stock of, definitely make this area a part of your rotation. I'm almost positive that last night when I first ran this area, there was no indication that the Ray accelerators were here, but they did drop an update sometime after, and they might have patched that in. I'm curious. I also might just have missed it as we were walking by. Let me know if you guys have hovered over this stairway point of interest in the past week or so here and have seen this Ray amplifier notification at the bottom, because it very well could have just been something that I missed. However, the point of this video is to showcase just how ridiculous of a spot this is. We're not even like halfway down this staircase, I don't think. We've already picked up the identification band and 14 Ray amplifiers. Out here on this ledge, I guess, is a good spot to point out that you can actually come from this point of interest from down below and work your way up to the top as well. So you don't have to start this point of interest from up there. You can start from the bottom. However, you're going to want to hit up the whole area. And while I'm here talking about hitting up the whole area, you're going to want to take note of this hidden chest right here. This is the one that I had originally pulled 12 Ray amplifiers out of, which is just crazy. And because the RNG rolls the way it does, you're just going to want to make sure that you're finding as many of these chests as you can. Here's another hidden little chest right here. Definitely going to be something that you don't want to miss. 32 Ray amplifiers out of one single chest. This place is insane. That is like broken levels of insane. Another 24 Ray amplifiers. We're literally pulling 75 of these things out of one single trip. In order for me to farm 75 of these Ray amplifiers out of any of these extraction facilities, it would literally take me dozens and dozens and dozens of trips, because I'm telling you, you only walk out of there with a couple. Here we are finally at the bottom, and we're not even done yet. 8 more Ray amplifiers coming in. If I haven't driven the point home enough that this spot is insane, then hopefully that kind of caps off the fact that we're walking out of here with 83 Ray amplifiers and put in practically zero effort. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have found any other sort of like crazy spots like this where you just get an absurd amount of a material that you otherwise are having to put a lot of time in for. Over the next week, we're going to be running a bunch of scattered live streams for Dune Awakening right here on YouTube as well as on Twitch. I'll have a link to the Twitch down in the description. Be sure to stop by and check in on how things are going. If you made it this far in the video, comment made it down below so I can give you an extra shout out. Be sure to hit that like button on your way out of here. It greatly helps these videos get pushed into the algorithm. But that's all the information that I wanted to break down inside of this one. I hope you guys all have an amazing day. I'm out.